Been about 3 weeks since I think we spoke, Eugene, and it was just before King in the Ring. Yeah, mixed results there. Oz was the favourite, I guess, and yeah, things didn't go well in the first round. There was a lot of hot competition at King in the Ring.
Yeah, man, there was like a lot of the some of that young talent at King of the Ring. I'd never seen them fight before or knew of them, and then I definitely know about them now. There's you know, like amongst the whole 8 guys and the reserve fight, there was like massive amount of talent there.
Yeah.
And relatively inexperienced too. Like they've still got a long way to go and a lot of things to learn. So that's a really cool thing to see. And Oz fought a really good opponent who had an excellent game plan. You know, they had a better game plan than us. You know, that's you know, and Corin Braddock, he fought an excellent fight. Like he fought an excellent fight. And Oz wasn't able to get the job done. He can't take nothing away from a stellar performance by his opponent. And you know, and when you typically lose, you take it like a gentleman. Take it respectfully. Oz has to get back in the gym and get back to work, and he will, because I know how much talent he has and what a great fighter he is and what can potentially be. So he'll be back soon, I'm sure, sooner than later.
And John Brewin was on the reserve fight, of course. Well, he showed that he's right up in that competition as well, in that class.
Yeah. And for a guy who for the most part, concentrates on MMA, he's an professional MMA fighter, I thought he did really well. The other thing a lot of people probably didn't know is John coming off a horrific injury. He snapped his hamstring. And that's where your hamstring, you snap it and it rolls up your butt and forms like a third butt cheek. So
I've heard them go.
Yeah. So yeah, he's coming back off that. So to come back off a tough fight and to grab himself a win in a fight that he really had to push himself, couldn't be more pleased with John. And he'll just carry on now and just kind of like, start his career where it left off.
Mark Timms?
Yeah, Tim's consummate professional. He did really well against another very good professional, and Chris Eves. So Chris Eves poses a lot of interesting problems for a lot of fighters. Coming from, he obviously has a lot of Muay Thai training and kickboxing training, but he has that Kyokushin karate background, and that adds a lot of interesting problems to his game that you have to overcome. So Timms did really well in that fight. It was a close fight, but I thought Timms did what he needed to do to just gain a narrow victory against a very good opponent. You know, those 2 guys that could fight on a different day and the result could be different, but on that night it went to Timms.
And of course Navajo Sterling, the spectacular knockout of the night.
Yeah, good on Navajo. Like, he did a great performance. He's mainly been training MMA, to be honest, and then we got this opportunity to do a kickboxing fight, so we switched everything up at the last minute. And then the opponent changed again. So then Kurt Douglas stepped in, and again, a lot of respect has to go to Kurt Douglas for stepping up on short notice and saving the show. Put up a really good fight, and I know a little bit about Kurt Douglas. I've seen him fight. I know that if he has a full training camp and stuff, he'll be a lot better, and maybe he wants a rematch with Sterling. He deserves it because he took the fight on short notice. Thank you for him for taking the fight, and it was a great fight. And again, Sterling found some openings and took advantage of them.